What is up, everybody? Episode 42. Actually, I remembered it today. What is going on? We have a lot to talk about. Oh, this weekend was lots and lots of news this weekend, so we'll jump into a lot of different things. We also have the promised premiere of Captain AIDS. That's right. So finally got that all edited up, so that'll be fun. We'll be recording more stuff on that front over the next couple of weeks to bring another episode. We'll probably do a couple episodes a month if we can get enough footage. It only took us like 30 minutes, maybe an hour to record what we got. And it wasn't an hour of footage, obviously, because we were, talking and setting things up for the bit. So that'll be today, as well as ProJared. Mr. ProJared's back in the news. He responded to the statements his ex-wife made, and well, in a lot of regards, I was right. And looking back at her tweets after the fact, I was right. Yup. So, I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back and say I'm awesome. And anyone else who said the same thing, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back because, Ma, there's a weird fucking stray cat outside. Yup. And then we had the end of, pretty much 10 years last night with Game of Thrones, which I will not be talking about till either tomorrow or maybe Wednesday, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. He's just digging himself a deeper hole to be sued by her. I don't think so, man. I respectfully disagree with your thoughts there, for the simple fact that what we haven't seen is any evidence coming out of him. And the simple fact that, she admitted they were polyamorous. So is it really cheating? Or did she just he finally found a girl, started hooking up with her, and she got mad about it? Apparently she also was spending her time in the arms and bed of other gentlemen as well. So I don't know if she's one to throw rocks in a glass house. Like I said, not everything is as we see. We get jumpy in this internet culture. We get jumpy. We jump to conclusions because the first person to speak out has some really negative things to say about the other person. And what do? Well, we make assumptions. And more is going to come out. I meant for the things he is saying about her being abusive to him. I mean, all it takes is a text and a few things like that. I mean, in that same regard, then Red Feather, what's up, Evil Eric? She made claims that he was abusive. So, and it seems like he's the one with the money, to be quite honest. So, whose lawyers are going to do a better job? I don't know. We'll see. We'll dive into that further and actually go through things soon. However, a lot of weird news this weekend, whether it be something to do with DC Comics, FaZe Clan, all kinds of weird shit going on this weekend. And it honestly makes me regret not doing a weekend show, but gotta have some me time. Gotta have some me time, right? I had the interview on Friday, went really well. Met with the president of the company. They have, it'd be a really cool position. However, it would make me have to change my time for this, and change some things. And then we'll see. We'll see. Oh, FaZe Clan. You'll see. We're gonna dive into that shortly. We have some greats from our friend Teddy Spaghetti, and well, we got other things rolling here that just make for interesting situations. Yeah, women laws do tend to favor the women when the women are dealing with like children and whatnot. But when it comes to, he's offered, hey, when we came together, I'm willing to, give her fair share of money. So then what's it become at that? It just becomes a battle over stupid shit. They don't have children together. They both were out getting banged or banging. And, that doesn't take away from all the creepy shit he did. The sending illicit photos and nudes to suspected minors and stuff like that. I'm not taking away from that at all. He's a fucking creepy idiot for that shit and should be held accountable as it comes out. But when it comes down to the relationship, Heidi O'Farrell wasn't exactly forthcoming with things and tried to allow people to see things. It wasn't until after the fact that she decided ProJared was getting banged. They've been married like 5 years, long enough for her to have some sort of stake on some stuff. But I mean, especially if you don't put anything in a prenup. So, as well as, I mean, some other shit. We have, let's do this one because this is, let's start with this because this is very, very fucking interesting. Now, it's really, I don't know if it's true. It's coming from The Sun. Now, The Sun is a tabloid out of the UK. I was sent this and wanted to take a look at it with you guys because of the simple fact that it's interesting. So, Korea criminals. Female assassins who killed Kim Jong-un's half-brother were YouTube pranksters tricked into carrying out airport poisoning. The women were told the pranks would involve them smearing baby oil on their victims' faces, and they would get paid 75 pounds, whatever the hell that is, for their effort. The two women who killed Kim Jong-un's half-brother were naive YouTube pranksters tricked into carrying out the assassination. Kim Jong-nam, 45, was walking through Kuala Lumpur International Airport on February 13, 2017, when he was approached by two women who smeared something on his face. Now, this is a new article. This was just published, so details must have just came out about this. Let's go back down. Disturbed by what happened, the half-brother of North Korean dictator approached some security guards who took him to the airport's medical center. He was dead within 25 minutes of arriving there. It was later found out that he had been killed with a deadly nerve agent. Malaysian authorities have now released the two women who carried out the attack. Siti Aisyah, I don't even know how you pronounce that name, from Indonesia, and Don T. Wong from Vietnam, believing they had been duped into carrying out the attack. Jong Nam had once been seen to the era of the North Korean dictatorship, but had fallen out of favor due to his love of casinos, women, and Western entertainment. North Korean spies had been keeping watch on Kim Jong-nam and knew he had made contact with the CIA. Ooh. They killed a double agent. During a meeting at a resort on the Malaysian island of Langkawi, the CIA is thought to have handed over a thick wad of $100 bills in return for numerous files kept on a laptop. While North Korean agents had thought to have been planning the hit for some time, the meeting sealed his fate and their plan was hatched. Siti was approached by a Malaysian driver called John outside the beach bar where she is said to have worked as a call girl and approached about taking part in a series of pranks which would be filmed and shown on YouTube. From there, she was put in touch with James, who was a North Korean agent who managed to persuade her she could be an internet star. Wong who is also said to have been working as a call girl, is said to have been told a similar story. The Mail on Sunday reports. Both were told the pranks would involve them smearing baby oil on their victims' faces. They would each get paid $75, let's just assume dollars, for their efforts, whatever. It could be nor or whatever the fuck else. But instead of baby oil, the two women were actively carrying two separate components of the nerve agent VX, which only produced lethal effects when they were combined. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, no. Not only the CIA, but, okay, no. It wasn't the CIA who had them do it. It was North Korean spies who had them do it. They wanted to alleviate him from the issue and the situation because he was probably releasing state secrets to the CIA. After Jong Nam died, he was found to be carrying a dozen vials of nerve agent antidote in his bag, but the effects of the nerve agent had been so rapid he did not have time to take the dose that may have saved him. CD was arrested the following night and initially thought the arrest was just another TV joke until she was shown news footage of the death. Wong was arrested at the airport where the attack had been carried out, and she had gone back there to look for her handlers as they had disappeared after the prank and owed her 75 knock or whatever the fuck the money is. North Korean agent James, real name Ri Jae-yu, fled to North Korea embassy along with other suspects in the case, where eventually they were allowed home after a tit-for-tat deal was struck between the two countries. It is not known just how the two women managed to avoid being affected by the nerve agent and dying, and some experts even doubt it is possible to separate VX into two separate compounds. One theory suggests that they only managed to stay alive because they washed their hands quickly after the prank. Jesus. So, basically because he had been in contact with the CIA, had been in contact with the West and enjoyed the West, he was ousted from, well, the country and his place as new dictator. And, well, got murdered for his, not nogs, knock. Okay? Whatever their damn fucking currency is. It's 75 fucking dollary dues. What's up, evil Ian? But yeah, so that happened in 2017, and apparently it's just breaking what the situation was. This was yesterday or the day before. But if experts are correct and it can't be broken down into two compounds, maybe the agents dosed them with the antidote or something to put them at a point where they wouldn't be affected by it. I have no clue. But either way, oh man, North Korea doesn't fuck around, guys. Don't mess with them. They'll send their best spies to get you to become a YouTube celeb and start doing pranks. Jesus, how? Okay. If these two spies aren't out, following and watching anything with drop that in the prep bag. I won't be getting to it today. I have a lot of shit already lined up. I know de Blasio's going through a lot of shit right now, Dagestani, which hopefully his ass runs into, I don't know, a lot of shit. And that's from 2017, right? But yeah, so don't mess with them or else they'll convince you to become a YouTube star, do some prank videos, and, well, kill the dictator's son or the former dictator's son and brother to Kim Jong-il. What the fuck's this one called? Ooh. Yeah, that's not news. We all know that. Someone into baby porn. That's disgusting. Fucking disgusting. But yeah, so if the compounds couldn't be broken down and couldn't be separated in that manner, it's weird. It's weird that it would work. It's weird that they wouldn't themselves, be affected, that they're still alive. But at least, I guess at least they weren't forced into jail for stupidity. Only reason I could tell it was old is because of the URL has the date on it. No worries. Just put it in there and I'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah. Oof. If it's a short video, we'll definitely have some time for it, but deep diving stuff, I don't know. However, there's a 3DAL, 3DAL. I don't know who that is, but they're making very good content in relation to our good friend and amazing comic book writer Vox Day. They're making really, really good content in relation to him. And so I wanted to share with you guys their video. Now, they're doing kind of like 3D animation and whatnot, and their animated little character of Vox looks great. It's realistic height. For some reason, he's wearing gear from Mortal Kombat, but yeah.
The Teddy Spaghetti anthem is sponsored by the Gamagotchi. Raise your very own Teddy Spaghetti from conception to death. Train, read, or play Hot Dish 2 just like an actual dork stream. Namaste.
Because he developed hot dish.
He's probably gay because he developed hot dish. Holy shit. Oh shit. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, remember Tamagotchis? I remember Tamagotchis. Holy shit. Teddy's Spaghetti. Oh, this channel's putting together some good shit. If you haven't checked them out or you haven't subscribed, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you guys because holy fuck, they have some stuff that they've put together and it's just really fucking good. What's going on, Matt? So this video actually got flagged by probably a Vox Day supporter. He put out a community post saying that, you know, it was flagged by someone. And I don't know if it's because he says he's probably gay. I don't know. I don't know what would cause this to get flagged or for YouTube to actually take it serious. Who knows? But oh man. Let's listen to the song one more time. If I'm going to get popped, I'm going to get popped by it anyway, so whatever.
Because he developed hot dish.
Have you seen Info Galactic yet? That's Vox's personal wiki. No, I haven't. Holy shit, Vox's dad Robert is here. Weren't you just Owen's dad Robert not too long ago? How dare you talk about my son like that? I'll come slap the shit out of you when I'm released from the pen. Vox's dad Robert, how do you feel about your son developing some of the gayest stuff out there? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about him spending all your money? Just out of curiosity, we want to make sure you're okay with that. Are you on a timed machine? Can you say things and not get in trouble? What up, Ed Thomas? So yeah, well, Vox is an idiot. Vox is a great big idiot who keeps doing this shit, keeps doing the same old shit, and where is he at now? Unauthorized TV. Unauthorized TV, guys. That's going to be the next big thing. Don't you fucking miss out, okay? You better get the hell on there. Let me see. And another thing. Oh, for those of you guys who were not paying attention to, well, the internet this weekend, some other curious shit happened with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in South Africa promoting something at some sort of event, right? He's out talking to people, signing some autographs, hanging out. And, well, it's South Africa, guys. And if your skin tone is anything lighter than, black, well, you're a target these days. Not for all, but for some. We don't need the music. So, wow, that was a great pause. So as you can see, he was signing someone's autograph. They were taking pictures with him. And I'm going to back it up just a few seconds because I paused it perfectly, but you're not going to get to see the actual situation. An idiot will come flying in out of nowhere. And drop kick Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's, I don't know, in his 60s, right? I mean, he's still in really good shape, but in his back. And then he gets put in a very, very kind chokehold. He looks so fucking livid. And if you have to share the video, I get it. Pick a blurry one without whatever he was yelling so it doesn't get the spotlight. By the way, blocker charge. So basically, he was tossing out to his audience and asking, what do they think he should do? Charge the person or, just take him off of social media, essentially. I don't know what he yells out. I don't want to play it because, well, I like being respectful, and in this situation, he got kicked and barely moved forward a little bit. And the guy it wasn't like a standing kick. It was literally like he came flying in. And here's the slow-mo version of it. Look how far he moves versus where he's standing at with the fan. He doesn't move very far. Thanks to the crowd being there. However, give me a second. I feel super bad. I'm going to call I have to answer. I'm going to play this for you guys, okay?
The media the debate erupted when Bill Barr tapped the U.S. Attorney in Connecticut, John Durham, to investigate whether the FBI acted improperly in launching its surveillance of Trump campaign advisors and Russia. Reporters asked President Trump whether he was behind it.
Did you ask the Attorney General to launch a probe into the Russia investigation?
No, I didn't ask him.
Did you know he was going to do it?
I am so proud of our Attorney General that he is looking into it. I think it's great. I did not know about it, no.
Molly, the press is widely casting this as a partisan move by Bill Barr, responding to Trump's prodding by giving him a second investigation, which is being framed as kind of payback for the first Mueller investigation.
Right, and I just want to say at the outset, the media are not in a position to cover this phase of the investigation because they were complicit in the Russia hoax. They either fell for it or they participated in it. They're not in a good place to actually look at some of the interesting actions that are happening.
Well, what should they do? Refuse, not talk about it?
I think they should actually come to terms with how poorly they handled things in the previous years, just becoming willful leak receptacles for a Russia collusion story that turned out not to be true. There were some of us, very few of us, who were looking at the same sets of facts and same information and were skeptical that there was treasonous collusion with Russia. But that does not describe the vast majority of reporters, and they haven't come to terms with that failure.
Well, and there may be serious questions of FBI misconduct here. We'll see. But that's being overshadowed, I think, by the press's portrait of William Barr as Trump's personal lawyer, which he told Bill Hemmer in an interview Friday that it's just a tactic to denigrate his reputation.
Well, I think he's suffered. We have the latest Fox poll. People really have questions about his behavior here.
Since you mentioned that, who do you trust more on Russia? Mueller, 40%, Barr, 22%. Also, right. Mueller, 45%, Trump, 27%.
Right, and I think that there's an important point to be made here. Molly's right. You could say lots of journalists went overboard. But here's my feeling as a journalist. The idea that Russia interfered in our campaign, had more than 100 contacts with the Trump campaign, if I'm a journalist and I'm working the street, I'm working that story. That's the President of the United States. That's a threat to our Constitution, to our form of government.
By way of example, there was interaction between Russia and the Hillary Clinton campaign. That didn't get investigated at all. In fact, a Russian source dossier was used at the highest levels of our government to secure wiretaps against American citizens.
Can go down there,
the idea that you would not investigate that is ludicrous, and the idea that you wouldn't be interested in it as a journalist
of coverage of the Steele dossier. But that's not the issue. The issue is Russia threatening our election and our form of government. That's a big story.
I want to get Beverly in here. Is there a...
Okay. So thank you for giving me that, I don't know, 3 minutes to handle that. So I got the gig. That was a call from the company I've been interviewing with, and I got the gig. I don't know scheduled hours, but I know it's Monday through Friday. So I will adjust my video schedule here with you guys and show to accommodate that and be able to continue to put out content here with you guys, which will be awesome. So it'll be cool to double up because I have a lot of free time in my day. So I know I jumped over. I wanted a longer video. I wanted a longer video to be able to talk about. The media is really hitting Barr hard. Aside from, okay, let's backpedal. The Schwarzenegger stuff is fucking ridiculous. Sicko said the guy was shouting out something about wanting a Lamborghini. I need a Lamborghini. Like, it's like, really? What the hell does that have to do with drop kicking someone? However, Barr is getting hit because these people don't want whatever the case may be to come out. Whatever the truth is to come out. And, well, it just seems like they're never going to stop. Oh, I'm not leaving. I'll probably do evenings. Maybe I'll, depending on what time I get off, I might do before Mersh goes live, or even after Mersh, which is kind of late. So I might try and get early before Mersh, or you guys could just double up and watch both. Yeah, they're just trying to run Barr into the ground, and now they're calling the probe a partisan move. Motherfuckers, you're mad because what? He brought on someone who's, I don't know, on the right? How about 6 attorneys who were on the left? How about that? That's what Mueller had. Did you guys call it a partisan move then? Did you guys jump up anyone's ass then? No, of course not. Because it's your side that was being partisan.
Parallel universe aspect to this, by which I mean conservative commentators have denigrated the Mueller probe, and they have, which of course Trump calls a failed coup, and have just sort of hungered for this new investigation. And on the other hand, liberal commentators remain fixated on the Mueller probe, except they can't get Mueller to testify, and are dismissing this new probe as, just politics.
Yeah, well, I think the American people are looking at all of this and trying to figure out what is what. This is the third investigation now that that's open to look into what's happened. I think what's funny about it all is this attack on William Barr. I don't think Barr cares about the attacks on him. He's not doing this, as Representative Adam Schiff said, the Trumpification of the DOJ. I actually really think he cares about the integrity of the DOJ. And the reason why he's doing this is he wants to restore the public confidence in this institution.
And I think she's correct here. He is trying to, after this shit show that has become the Department of Justice, whether it be with the FBI and everything else, like, I don't know. I don't know why in the hell they'd be so bent out of shape when he's just trying, she could get it. But he's just trying to basically bring back, I don't know, a feeling of respect to the Department of Justice. That's all he's trying to do. And I don't get why these people are so bent out of shape and want the guy to, I don't know, be sitting there and basically screwing off and just being like, no problem. Everyone hates the FBI. Everyone thinks they're a shit show right now. Don't worry about that. We'll just let them keep doing the same shit.
Presumably, spying or surveilling a political campaign should not be done routinely. We already know through some journalism, because of the New York Times reporting recently, that there were overseas intelligence assets run by domestic surveillance experts against the Trump campaign. The idea that you would just say, nothing to see here, we don't need to look into this, is absurd. Of course, Attorney General Barr needs to look into this, and that we all need to be satisfied that protocol was followed.
Well, who do you think's going to chime in and say something stupid? I'm going to guess it's going to be the guy on the panel. Don't talk over the women, you fucking ignorant asshole.
Chris Wray is the head of the FBI. He's a Trump nominee, and he says he knows of nothing of any kind of spying. James Baker, who was the lawyer, says nothing.
James
This
Baker,
is just...
James Baker was involved
You guys are going to have to
the-
take this outside, but I have one last question for Juan.
James Baker was allegedly involved. Juan, stop trying to be... I respect Fox News for bringing on people from both sides of the aisle, because at least they're willing to hear an opposing view. That's always what conservatives have been. Don't listen to both sides. It'll probably be evening wave. I might even just keep it afternoon wave, because remember I had a hard argument about any time up until midnight is still afternoon. Well, technically it is. So maybe I'll just get a little more of a what's it called? No. I'll check that out in a little bit, Kevin. I'm lined up. But apparently Florida is enacting Nazi plug laws which means what? They can't throw the fucking Nazi salute anymore or make jokes about it.
Which is with the president again saying he's not going to comply with any of the House Democratic subpoenas, and they don't get a do-over, though Congress has its own responsibilities. For all the media spotlight on impeachment, even Jerry Nadler now seems to be falling into line behind Nancy Pelosi, is saying, well, we'll investigate but not impeach. So was the coverage of the impeachment chatter too much? Was it wishful thinking?
No, again, I think that even whether you're for it or against it, it's so important. The idea that we would impeach a president, we don't do that very often. And the idea that the Democratic base favors impeachment is without argument. It's like 70% of Democrats. So this...
Yeah, that's because they're idiots. And they have their leaders talking about this shit all the time. They have their leaders sitting there talking about impeachment all the time instead of making laws.
This was a very real prospect, given that you now have a Democratic majority. If they did this, by the way, it would have been political dynamite, because it would have inspired the Republican base as well as the Democratic base.
I'll answer my own question. I think there's a lot of wishful thinking involved in the impeachment coverage, but we shall see.
Oh, give a little slap to Juan there. I guess I'll answer my own question since you're too stupid to answer it for me. Yes. Yes, it is wishful thinking. Thank you. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Ah, man. It'll be nice. It'll be nice once we ramp up to the actual election cycle, because hopefully they'll get off this shit and they'll start covering other stuff. Hopefully one day this stuff will be done and out of the way, because plain and simple, I have issues with the fact that over and over again, it's the same old shit. It's the same old shit. Now, I had reached out to 3DAL, the creator of the Teddy Spaghetti Gamagotchi, and to see if one of the videos that he posted had claims or any kind of copyright issues, because I wanted to be able to play it on here, because he uses some music. Now, I know we had moved on, but since he replied to me, I'm going to play that for you guys, if it'll actually click over to it. Let me take a look, because he said in the description. Okay, so it is a copyright free. Perfect. Now, 3DAL created Hot Dish 2 because Vox requested it. Okay, guys, just so you have a bit of the lore. Yeah, and they brought up that her interacting in My Day's been great. Instead of just doing side work and side marketing gigs and stuff, I put in for, well, essentially like a chief operating position for social media marketing and marketing in general. And well, I got it today, so I'm stoked about that. So we'll be making adjustments over here on timing for the show. Well, Hot Dish 2 Adventures of Teddy Spaghetti should be hitting the stores soon, guys. So obviously this is, well, a joke. Look in the background. It has the ninja symbol on the wall. Like, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Hot Dish 2.
My goodness. Look at how much you have grown. Come give Teddy Spaghetti a great big hug. Here at the restaurante, Teddy Spaghetti cooking is a little fucking boring. But once I show you a few things, it will be more boring than watching a pot of water boil. Thank you, my sensei. Okay, welcome to Restaurante Teddy Spaghetti. All you have to do is click on the oven. Oh wow, isn't this fun? Just watch the water until it boils. Now click on the world-famous Teddy Spaghetti to add it to the boiling water.
I like how the background has all of his books and stuff. And for those of you who don't know the lore behind Vox Day, not too long ago, he basically said he would beat Joe Rogan's ass because Joe Rogan was a point fighter and that his sensei told him he had the fastest hands he'd ever seen. Well, of course, that was after he paid him. So I guess that's why he's dressed up like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
I am so glad you're my friend. Don't forget to donate to Unauthorized TV, which is definitely not a scam. Okay, so your Teddy Spaghetti is done now. Thanks for playing Hot Dish 2. Stay tuned for Hot Dish 3, where I will show you the type of hot dish I am used to. I will give you a hint that it involves Owen Benjamin taking a big steamy dump on my bare chest.
Yeah, and he's cooking with his cauldron.
Teddy Spaghetti signing out.
Final round.
Oh man. Fucking 3DAL. Hold on. I'm a fan. Oh shit. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this over here for you guys. Again, go subscribe to him if you're not already. He is 3 times bigger than me, but still, you gotta show love where love is. Wow, I've never come across this channel, and it has really good shit. He has Warski Cocaine Confessions. Joe Rogan sings Short People featuring Owen Benjamin. Wow. Yeah. Just earned my subscription. Yeah, this
Oh hot. Didn't see ya there. Welcome to the long-awaited sequel to the critically acclaimed hit from Gamma Games Hot Dish 2. Teddy Spaghetti's very own wet paint. And trust me, it's twice as much fun as watching pasta absorb water. I'll meet you in the crawl space in a jiffy. I just have to finish whoring my mind out for shekels on the dork stream. Get ready to watch some paint dry.
Holy shit.
Namaste. Yes, I am coming, sensei.
Holy shit. I'm gonna die over here.
Oh hi. Didn't see ya there. So welcome to Wet Paint by Gamma Games. I'm your host Teddy Spaghetti. To begin, just choose your favorite color from the ones listed.
Dark and very dark.
Okay, very good. Me and Sensei are impressed with your skills. I'm sensing a 147 or above IQ. Now click on the paintbrush to paint the wall. Okay, great job kiddo, I knew you would be great at this. Now that the paint is wet, we must wait for it to dry to beat the game.
Holy shit.
Tell me how smart I am while you wait. Nothing like a little foreplay.
Ah, the music, you need to adjust your volume.
You got a Sudoku or something. It's gonna be a while.
Holy shit. Please, yeah, this is fucking this is good shit, dude.
Also, don't forget to send shekels to unauthorized TV. Your shekels increase my IQ, so if you want better streams, start giving shekels, please.
It's a real grind.
Okay, so the paint's dry. Thank you for playing Wet Paint. I'm Teddy Spaghetti signing off. Namaste. Don't touch that mouse. It's not over yet. Would you like to buy the wallpaper DLC for $49.99? You can either choose from S standard dungeon library or our most popular Teddy Spaghetti heads.
Final round.
Wow, that is the most extravagant and, dare I say it, high IQ wallpaper I have seen. That's a face only a bear could love. Thanks for playing Wet Paint. This is Teddy Spaghetti signing off.
Holy shit. Holy shit. His avatar is Baked Alaska too, by the way. What the fuck? Oh, man. Let me drop you the Discord link. Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, let me get the link, because I always have to put a new one, because I only have it set for freaking 1 day, just in case it gets out and people start fucking. Yeah, it is escalating splendidly. And freaking the whole community and everyone who even touches the Teddy Spaghetti and Vox Day shit, he is freaking losing his fucking mind about this. However, let's move on from the ultimate alpha, Vox Day, because, you know, that's what he is, to let's talk FaZe For those of you who don't know, FaZe, what the fuck? FaZe Clan is a professional gaming team that does a lot of different esports. They have their YouTube channels, FaZe Sensors, Tfue, all those fools, right? Well, one of them suing. Tfue, that would actually be. Esports Pro sues gaming organization FaZe Clan over oppressive contract. Turner Tinney, a 21-year-old professional gamer known as Tfue, says FaZe Clan is violating California law and the Talent Agency Act. One of the world's top professional esports players is suing his gaming organization for allegedly restraining his business opportunities and taking up to 80% of his earnings. In a complaint that argues esports players' representatives should be regulated like agents of film and TV stars, Tfue on Monday sued FaZe Clan for allegedly limiting his ability to pursue his profession in violation with California law, passing on a lucrative brand deal because of a conflict of interest, and failing to pay him his share of sponsorship earnings. In no uncertain terms, these gamers are artists, entertainers, and content creators. They perform, they act, they direct, they edit, and they stream, writes attorney Brian Friedman of Friedman and Tatelman in the complaint. Unlike traditional entertainment, esports is a new industry. Friedman argues there is little to no regulation or oversight, and no unions or guild to protect players who are often young and trusting. There's a lot of money up for grabs. Top esports player Tyler Blevins, or Ninja as most know him, in December told CNN he brought in $10 million last year playing Fortnite. He boasts more than 20 million subscribers on YouTube and has racked up 450 million views on Twitch. His sponsors include Samsung, Uber Eats, and Red Bull. Meanwhile, Tfue says he's missing out on opportunities because of FaZe Clan's unlawful activity in connection with the deal he signed in April of 2018. And he only gets to keep 20% of the revenue from any branded videos that are published on Twitch, YouTube, or social media, and half of his revenue from touring and appearances. His Twitch streams have been viewed more than 120 million times, and he has more than 10 million subscribers on YouTube and 5.5 million subscribers on Instagram. The gamer agreement is grossly oppressive, onerous, whatever, and one-sided, writes Friedman. FaZe Clan uses its illegal gamer contract to limit Tfue to deals sourced exclusively by FaZe Clan and prevent Tfue from exploring deals presented by others, deals that are potentially superior to deals procured by FaZe Clan, and deals that are not saddled with 80% finder's fee. That is fucking insane. 80% finder's fee? That's okay. I gotta ask you, Tfue. I know you're only 21, and so you signed this last year. Let's say you were 20. You look at your contract and it says you'll give us 80% of things we get for you. Do you think that's fair? Are you that stupid? You seem to be. I understand, you were young and blah, blah, blah. But when you get handed a contract and yeah, okay, cool. You want to be a part of FaZe Clan because of how big they are and the name and all that shit. But you would think that you might be like, hey, 80%? It's kind of steep, guys. What about like you guys take 60% and I take 40%? You're doubling your money right there. They're still making money off of you for the deals they bring in and whatnot. That is fucking insane. Yeah, most talent agents, whether it be sports, whatever else, it's 20 to 30% max. That includes everything in relation to management, brand deals, etc. Yeah, this dude's making quite a bit of money, but he's a dumbass. But then again, I mean, they don't have to have him on the team. But then again, he could probably find contracts and deals on his own with the amount of following he has, the publicity behind his name, and it's simple. you'll look at the contract and you scratch it and be like, okay, you guys can't, there's no way in hell you're taking 80%. You can take freaking 60%. You could take 40% because it's me who has to be there and put on the role and all that. But this is fucking, they're doing, because they're gamers as well. This is who's their leader's name? He's that big spurgy idiot who is on like drama channels all the time because he does stupid shit. But they're also fellow gamers, so it's not like it's an actual. It's like it'd be like saying Jake Paul, FaZe Banks. Yeah, FaZe Banks. It's plain and simple. They're not doing that hard of work. He could get the brand deals himself, and that's what he's running into, is he's getting offers for brand deals. But since they didn't go through FaZe Clan, he can't take them based on the contract. Now, that is limiting, and in California, he'll probably win. And he could probably either renegotiate the contract or breach his contract because of the fact that an employer can't even impose a no compete anymore in the state of California. So let's say you worked for a tech firm. They can't impose if you break the contract or they break the contract, whoever breaks the contract, because it's California, they cannot impose non-compete. So let's say you work for Google and you break your contract or you leave or whatever. They can't impose you to not being able to go find a job with another tech firm. Obviously, you can't steal their proprietary stuff, but when you're a face, a brand is built on your back of who you are, the persona you play, professionally playing video games. There's nowhere they would go. Like, they wouldn't be able to keep him from finding work, you know? It's one of those things where it would be like PewDiePie starting AG. You've been getting all that money because of PewDiePie's name, not your own. No, I mean, in all reality, you're getting the views based on it, and people will stick around with you based on you. Like, that'd be like I can't think of the contract person, but there was a gamer and people who have been part of these quote unquote teams and these brands. And if they spent the time and, well, put in the effort to keep people liking them, then they've done their job, right? So they get viewers and maintain a viewership. Now there's people who haven't. They get on the clan and they may be great at games, but they can't build a sustainable audience or anything like that besides the name. So when they go out on their own or leave, they're nothing. And it's one thing to have a fair contract, but 80% is steep. 80% is steep. So if you think about it this way. Let's say a video, a promo on one of your streams, a live read, whatever, nets you $1,000. You only make 200 of that for your brand, and the FaZe brand gets 80%. That's fucking steep, man. That's steep. If they were going to do it, they could play the part of 50-50. I think 50-50 would be a fair share because the brand is out there. Like you said, the name is really high up there. And they got to keep it's stuff like this that they'll run into if they don't keep people happy. It wouldn't be different if it was like your situation. You had a following before you joined the ROTC Wave family. So Mike and Royce couldn't try to charge you for using the Wave in the title. Well, I mean, it's a non sequitur. So, I mean, either way they couldn't, but in the big picture of things, they wouldn't, because they're not greedy fucks, and there would be contract negotiation, whatnot. This was a stupid kid who didn't try to adjust the terms of his contract. Even a 60-40 split with the FaZe would be smart. Give them 60% for the effort, time, everything like that. Because, and okay, allow the person to bring in their own contracts. As long as okay, here's a good idea. This is how I would negotiate if I was them, or I would try to adjust it. Even if they keep their 80% on things we bring to you, allow the person to bring in their own contracts, and you go, you give them 80% and you take 20% because of them being the name that has maintained your channel. So it'd be, for example, Tfue bought his mom a Tesla and made a YouTube video. That was on YouTube, and FaZe will get 80% of that as well. That's true. Any revenue he earns, whether it's just him not playing video games, not doing anything with the brand, then they shouldn't be taking an 80% stake. That's why I think 60-40 would be a great stake. Even 50-50. Like, especially after someone has garnered so many people and maintained an audience for quite a while, that it would be... And I honestly, I think Tfue had to have built some sort of honest audience before he became one of the FaZe members, because the contract was last year, right? And even if he was with them out of contract or on a different contract, but that's a fucking ass shit. He could literally take a picture and post it on Instagram and get a bunch of, I don't know, ad revenue or whatever, however Instagram works through that position. And he's getting nothing off of his brand, you know? It's just fucking weird. Tenney attempted to terminate the agreement in September, claiming FaZe Clan breached the deal. According to the complaint, the group rejected Tfue's termination and contends he's still bound to their contract. Tfue is asking for a declaration that the gamer agreement is terminated and is seeking fair payment for his services plus disgorgement of FaZe Clan's profit and punitive damages. I'd be interested to see what the breach of contract was. Meanwhile, Friedman argues Tfue's contract isn't just anti-competitive, but the company also runs afoul of the Talent Agency Act through its practice of procuring engagements and employment for gamers. The state law requires that any person or company who engages in the occupation of procuring, offering, promising, or attempting to procure employment or engagements for an artist must be licensed by the Labor Commissioner and conform to professional regulations. Its definition of artist includes a catch-all of persons rendering professional services in motion picture, theatrical, radio, television, other internet entertainment enterprises. On March 15th, took Tfue's TAA violation claim to the California Labor Commission and claims FaZe Clan's contract may be the least of its problems. Not only does FaZe Clan take advantage of these young artists, it jeopardizes their health, safety, and welfare, writes Friedman in the petition to determine controversy. Tfue says FaZe Clan pressured him to live in one of its homes in Hollywood Hills with the other young YouTubers, where he says he was given alcohol before turning 21 and encouraged to illegally gamble. See, that's the issue if you screw someone, or if you're running into this situation, you're going to run into walls where they're going to out you. You might just want to, I don't know, step back and settle with the guy. Let him break his contract. Let him go on his own way. FaZe Clan also pressured, encouraged Tfue and others to undertake dangerous stunts while performing in videos. During one video, Tfue suffered an injury to his arm while skateboarding, which resulted in permanent disfigurement. Jesus. Tfue's petition to the Labor Commission also claims FaZe Clan signed an 11-year-old gamer and pressured the minor and his mother to lie about his age. He's asking for a determination that FaZe Clan has violated the TAA, that his gamer agreement is unenforceable, and that the company must repay him all revenue it has collected as a result of it works for him. Well, first of all, you won't be able to claim all. They're the ones who brought you the contracts. They might give you a 50%. Tfue and my law firm are sending a message. The time is now for content creators, gamers, and streamers to stop being taken advantage of through oppressive, unfair, and illegal agreements. Significant legal actions taken today will be a wake-up call that this behavior will no longer be tolerated. Gaming community deserves a safe environment that allows gamers the freedom to control their own careers. FaZe Clan did not respond or respond to requests for comment. I know that they put in time, and well, yeah, the evil FaZe Clan's force thing was yelling, "Do a kickflip at him." Holy shit. However, they may be able to stake claim on, I don't know, 20 to 30 more % in the fact that, oh no, the law firm's not doing this for free. What the law firm's doing is what most other lawsuit litigation is. It's probably they're going to take 30%. Whatever is recovered will be taken out of 30% stake. That's what most lawsuit lawyers do. They take on a case that they seems like a slam dunk or even might have a little bit of a rough fall, right? And they will risk potentially not taking or making any money off of it unless they win. So they take a 30% stake, and that tends to be the case with lawsuits. So that's why the lawyers recommend hiring suits, whatever. But even still, let's say Tfue collects, I don't know, $500,000. Let's round it up, $1 million from all of his contract agreements or whatever the amount is, right? Because 80% is huge. If he made $1 million last year, right? If he made $1 million, then that means he technically made $9 million, roughly. $9 million on agreements and everything else. However, if that's the case, then they owe him, shit. It'll be a huge number. So even if it's $1 million, right, that they owe him, 30% of that's $300,000 is going to go to the law firm. So it's not like he's going to get all his money back. So that's probably why they're hitting for a higher settlement and hoping that they settle out. The smart thing for them to do would be this. Be like, well, we brought you the deals. We can agree to a settlement terms of we'll give you an additional 30% of your stake in the year. So from, April to April or April to current, whatever, we'll give you 30% more of what you took because you wouldn't be able to get these agreements. Now, it would be smart of FaZe Clan to say your contract is your contract is alleviated. You don't have to worry about that anymore and just do it the smart way because the more he knows a lot about them because he's been around with them for quite a while. He's going to start dropping shit bombs on them. Anything that they've done illegally, anything that's not on the up and up or could add for negative publicity, he'll drop. And they'll look the worse for it. It's one of those things. Yeah, and they also don't want a trend of people suing them. And if he wins because this contract is obviously unenforceable and overreaching, other people will do it, whether it be people who are under contract with like the Jake Pauls of the world or the Logan Pauls and other people who have these business relationships with people who they work to bring up and brand and, grow their careers. However, it seems like the Jake Pauls and Logan Pauls of the world, it's easier for them to separate and allow people to leave. Well, he's already kind of dropping some shit, but the longer they wait, the more he's going to drop. I am almost positive of it. Ooh, but yeah, so that happened over on, I believe it was last Monday. Was it last Monday? When was this? No, this was today. So the lawsuit was signed and filed today. So I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the premiere of Captain AIDS. We'll be doing that shortly, and then we'll get into ProJared. However, quick overview of this. For those of you who don't know, Ocasio-Cortez, they came out with a comic book. She wanted to have a comic book or whatever the situation is, right? Well, DC Comics sent cease and desist letter over cover depicting AOC as Wonder Woman. AOC is making waves in Washington, but she's also making waves in the comics world too, though for different reasons. AOC is the subject of a new comic from Devil's Due titled AOC and the Freedom Force, New Party Who Dis. What the fuck? No. Who would use that as the title? Who is this pandering to? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the Freedom Force, New Party Who Dis. And I'm not just saying it weird. If you guys can't see it, I'm going to copy and paste the title. This is the title of the comic. New Party Who Dis. The cover in question was the NY Collector Cave retailer exclusive cover by Carla Cohen, which, as you can see below, does bear a strong resemblance to DC's Wonder Woman. Cortez has an A symbol where the typical W would go, but it's not hard to make the leap to Diana. How? Yeah. What? How would you not know this was going to get you into shit? How would you not know this? Why? Now, the covers still exist. The book is still out there. They're basically just saying they can't print anymore. The print was only 250, right? But DC sent their cease and desist, and that will be even smaller. As DC requested the covers not be distributed, but recalled, returned, or destroyed. The cover, however, has already been printed, so while 250 won't be available, there will be some to get your hands on, but do expect a price and jump. The cover was originally sold for $30 by NY Collector Cave, and then jumped to $40. It's spiking up because everyone wants to see AOC as Wonder Woman, apparently. Oh my God. Listen to this synopsis. It's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the freshman force of Congress versus the establishment in this all-new special. Comic creators converge to celebrate the election of the most diverse group of freshman Republicans and representatives, in history, and spare no one in this satire that takes aim at Washington. From the house that brought you Barack the Barbarian, featuring comics from various artists and bonus. Are you kidding me? Oh. How do you not realize this would get you popped? Like, the artist should know that. It's literally they cut off Diana's head, put a Cortez's head, and threw an A on the symbol. That is exactly Wonder Woman. The only thing she doesn't have is the fucking bracelets. Wow. Jesus Christ. I don't get it. I don't get why these people can't see how stupid it is. I don't get why they can't see that you're gonna run into an issue with DC by literally a mirror of Wonder Woman. Like, come on. Can't see that? Jesus. They're going to run into it. It's easy enough. Oh, God. So, I'm going to jump out for a smoke real quick. It'll be short. I did want to play this last little thing I have from the news, and then we're gonna jump into the premiere of Captain AIDS. So I'll ask you guys to stick around.
Our American
and well, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, okay? If you go somewhere, I'm gonna be angry. No, just kidding. Here we go. Let me start this and mute myself.
economy is on fire. I'm not going to tell you if it's a fire that keeps you warm or burns your house to the ground, but it's some kind of fire. So I'm on cruise control to a second term.
Hold on. I want to make sure that I'm not going to get popped for this. This is a few seconds. Here, let's jump forward. Basically, they're showing Saturday Night Live's take on oh, you can go pee. Just bring your cell phone with you. I expect you to take me everywhere.
There he goes again. Trump critic Alec Baldwin with his parody of President Trump on Saturday Night Live's season finale. President Trump sometimes hitting back at Baldwin, but a piece in Politico magazine suggests that the actor's portrayal of a bumbling president could actually be helping Trump. It says, quote, by giving Trump qualities he's shown little evidence of in public, conscience, introspection, even regret, SNL does him an enormous favor. It offers a glimmer of sympathy about his motives. Meantime, some TV critics say the show needs to give the Baldwin-Trump routines a break, that they become tired and they've become stale. I just want to add, there's a piece in The Atlantic about this as well, about how lazy this season was. I tend to think this doesn't really matter because a specific type of person watches SNL and they don't care about this, but do you think they're helping Trump out?
I think, SNL has been on for so long and they've done so
45
much great
years.
political parody. And if you go back and look at Daryl Hammond and even Chevy Chase doing Gerald Ford, it was so funny. It was so great. Kate McKinnon as Hillary Clinton was
Kate
classic.
McKinnon as everybody.
Yeah, but yeah. Alec Baldwin hates the president so much that comes through, and it makes it so it's not as much fun. And it's also very predictable what he's going to say and what they're going to do. And that's a failure on their part. They can do so much better. There are so many incredible and talented writers that they could choose from. So they just they have to be a little bit better about
Chris, if you were writing for SNL, what would your Trump joke be?
The whole thing's an interesting argument, but I don't think people pay enough attention to Saturday Night Live for it to have a practical impact on American culture. I mean, there was a time, as you mentioned, where what Saturday Night Live did drove conversation for a section of America, but that time is decades in the rearview mirror. And at this point, if they'd played him on the last episode of Game of Thrones, we'd probably be talking about it. It could probably have an impact, but yeah, Saturday Night Live, it just doesn't really matter.
It's interesting. First of all, that Political article is such a slam because obviously it's saying that he humanizes President Trump, and President Trump is not human. So that is in and of itself kind of funny. But I was struck by, so I don't watch the show in general, but, if there's a good clip, everybody passes it around and you watch it the next day. And I was shocked by how his impression has gotten so much worse. Like, it used to be, I thought, very funny at the beginning. He was hysterical. And now it's kind of got where it doesn't seem like it really resembles the president that much anymore. I mean, I agree with you. They do such good comedy. It does seem like it's gotten a little lazy.
And that happens every few years. SNL hits a low spot, and then they seem to bump it up a little bit. And hopefully they'll take a more measured approach to the 2020 election cycle, because it is going to be such a gift. So you can't just go after Republicans. That's so boring. It is so predictable. Go after everyone.
But when you watch...
Then I'll give these ladies, I was about to call them the word that got me banned from Twitter, due credit. Because they're right. And when you go after everyone and when you comment on everyone, you tend to be received well by everyone. Look at a great example. South Park. South Park is a great example of this. You know why? Because they poke fun at everyone. They don't give a shit about politics in the sense of they have to put their own stance out there. They just make fun of everyone and how ridiculous it all is.
Watch the way that they do The View. They are going after everyone. I mean, the way that McKinnon plays Joy Behar. is fierce, right? And Whoopi Goldberg as well. So they are trying to do that. But in terms of a little revamp, I don't know, did you guys see Adam Sandler's tribute to Chris Farley?
That was so
like, there are moments like that that make you think back to...
But yeah, so again, they're going at Trump. But the funny thing is a lot of people think that it's going to help. South Park does seem to predict things. They do seem to get things right, and they do call things out and how ridiculous things are going to get. I mean, look at all the Caitlyn Jenner stuff and all the bits about that. Freaking tits on, you know? Super smart comedy, and they do a great job at it. They do a very, very good job at their comedy because they don't give a shit. All they're there to do is make fun of things. So, yeah, thank you for letting me step away. I will ask you guys, if you want to support the stream, streamlabs.com, but one of the best ways, if you are like not wanting to chip in financially, is to like it. Like the stream, because that actually is a huge metric for YouTube and, well, it visually getting out there. So please like the stream. But yeah, so I guess we'll get into the big thing for today, which is it's egotistical. It's us, me and Sicko, and well, it's fun. It's poking fun at the right things. It's having a good time out in the world, realizing that not everyone is what the internet is. It's not what the internet is, guys. Because people, even if you're kind of being slightly offensive, people won't get mad as long as you're not being a massive dick about it. And well, I'm gonna put this in the intro form where it's center screen, and we're gonna watch it that way because I want you guys to get the whole thing. So I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna let it play through, and then we'll go back through and talk about it. So. Okay, give me a quick second while I get it all set up. So,
being stranded without my ship, I've only had The Verge and Tumblr to keep me company. So, I think it's time I get tested. Yar. Well, I just want to know their pronouns first, or what's their gender. So, how long have you been an NPC? Oh, let me guess. Donald Trump's not your president. So, how long have you been a Democrat? Typical. They don't ever answer. Well, you see here, we got our typical NPC Democrat here. Not really saying much, just kind of giving us their shady, dirty looks, and seems to be a little AIDS, little AIDS here. You know, people looking at me like if I got some kind of mental disorder. Look at the little bulge on this guy. Look at it. Hey, ProJared, is that you? Tiny dick? He's losing testosterone faster than he's losing subs. Turns out I got super duper gay positive AIDS. It's highly contagious. Surfing the internet has not done me any favors. Now look at me. I'm just a fucking gay pirate having cis people staring at me. Look at them. Look at these people. They're just laughing, just with their judgment. These pirates have feelings too, you know? Especially now that I have internet AIDS. Well, boys, it's official. The internet gave me AIDS. They gave me all this AIDS protection shit. It's too late. It's too late.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost.
No.
Oh,
God.
Captain AIDS, I know we've been filming your journey. What's wrong?
It's too late. Tumblr's got its grasp on me. It's over, man.
But you're hanging out in the dumpsters.
Yeah, that's where fags belong. In the trash. I'm just trying to fit in now, you know?
Okay.
What else am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe I could use this as my pirate ship. What do you think? Oh, my AIDS-infected knees. Oh.
How about you could get some you could get some of those pills that keep you from getting the AIDS completely, I guess.
I mean, sure, I could get some AIDS pills in there. Holy shit.
Hey, you going back to crying, Captain AIDS?
No, you're crying. Hi, my matey.
What happened to your eyes?
The AIDS. The AIDS. It's pretty lit, fam.
What, Captain? What are you searching for? You're in a used hot tub. Well, hold on, your eyes changed again?
The AIDS, man. I think there's a cure in here. So, I decided that I'm gonna accept it. Living with internet AIDS. I'm vowing to fight it for you. No one should have to go at it alone on the internet. Too many facts in there.
Will Captain AIDS ever find his ship? Stay tuned here for the next episode of the misadventures of Captain AIDS.
So, being
So we actually went to this place called Out of the Closet, and randomly they were having AIDS testing, and they always So they always have HIV testing. They have a pharmacy, like a full pharmacy in there and everything. And they do tests like the, 24-hour return tests or whatever the case is. And he got tested. And apparently they were going to do dildo tossing as well, but they couldn't, they didn't want to do it because the company that owns those locations are super family friendly and shit. Yes, a dildo tossing contest. The clothing exchange place that has tranny mannequins. But yeah, so while we're talking about this, and obviously the character lore and everything else is growing. Because we're not too far from the Long Beach area and whatnot, we've been thinking about potentially going and shooting some stuff at the gay pride parade and fucking with people there and seeing how people respond to the character and, well, filming it because why not? I'm going to jump into this isn't listed on the channel yet because I uploaded it and a select few got to see it before obviously I dropped it here for you guys. and go to San Francisco and see the shit. Yeah, well, there's too much shit there. It's gross. It's gross. I don't want to be walking through people's shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the video as listed again, or listed now, so that way any of you guys can mess with it or share it out there, because, well, it's a fun character. And you know what's funny is this got greenlit by YouTube as eligible for monetization, which is pretty fucking funny considering all it took was me editing out some certain words, but making it still eligible where people could hear it. I would have guessed you were in, by judging by that hut. But yeah, so share the adventure of Captain AIDS. He 100% knows he has AIDS now, and well, he's still hunting for his ship. And soon enough, hopefully we'll find it. But then again, there's a lot to be done to find it. Ooh. But yeah, so when we were shooting, let's see, this scene with the people, so many gays with AIDS in Long Beach. Well, I mean, it's technically, I think if I've heard the statistic right, Long Beach is number 2 in the country for the level of number of gay people, how gay it is. Now, I'm going to ask the audience, the person on the right, guy or girl, and the person on the left wanted some of Captain AIDS, apparently. Oh, Jesus Christ! I might include some of the B-roll. I might include some of the B-roll from it, where we're talking about the in-betweens. I thought they said they found a cure for AIDS, and that's why transmitting it became a misdemeanor. We're not talking about the guy on the left. No, it's actually a girl, for those of you thinking it was a guy. Was 100% a girl. I was quite surprised too. But the guy on the left apparently, wanted some of Captain AIDS. Oh, I don't know. I had a lot of fun shooting this because, well, I got to give credit where credit's due. Sicko and his skit, like, coming up with shit, because he does, I literally think he has internet AIDS. Did she show you proof? Well, she didn't have an Adam's apple, and if those are the tits it decided to get, those are very small. Plus, the shorts don't leave much to the imagination. Yeah. He wanted some of Captain AIDS' booty. I actually, I have a bunch of B footage. I might put together the shit where, like, one of the trash can scenes where he pops up, Sicko almost, like, the trash can shifts, and so Sicko almost falls. There's some good shit in there, just from us dicking around. And this literally, I don't know, what did we do? Put him together within, I don't know, a few days after doing the green screen bit and everything like that. That was it. I mean, just, I don't know, man. Honestly, this is one of the funnest things I've done in a long time. Why? I love doing my daily show. I love doing this shit for you guys and interacting with you guys, and that's fun. But yeah, the problem is I move around and the mic the mic I have set for not to blow your guys' eardrums out. So sorry about that, guys. I have a lot of fun editing. I really enjoy editing and coming up with different things. Do you provide healthcare for sickos? He says AIDS now. Well, no. The character is stuck and was stuck on the internet so long that it's just bound to happen. But what's up, Blues Dolls? This was fun because it was a lot of the shit was shot on the spot, coming up with just talking points, and it made for something different. And well, if YouTube's going to let me have the character essentially because they greenlit the shit out of the stuff. Yes, there's a difference between internet AIDS and real AIDS. He doesn't have the real AIDS. He has internet AIDS, guys. Come on. Is it AG's fault he got internet? Oh, definitely not. Captain. Oh, you're suing me now. I'll let you sue me when you can spell the word suing. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. These people were really chill about it. We actually talked to the black chick who was sitting at the table. I have some footage of that. Basically just asking her what they were out there for. And since she was talking about the day, the specific stuff they were doing that day and what time it ended, I was just like, this isn't going to fit. And it was a lot of random shit and just fucking random creative shit that fucking came up on the spot. You know, it's like, who would have thought? Gonna use Ricada law. Yeah, right?
So,
Sorry, I had a drop. Of course I had a drop. I haven't had one all day. Gotta have some frame drops. Refresh. Yeah, so if it ever drops, just refresh it. That is it was just random shit. And we'll do more random shit. And the fun part about it all for me, getting to play the straight man, trying not to laugh. I had to edit out so many times that I was laughing. No, that's not me. That's Sicko. The fact that I was busted up laughing from the shit he was saying. I had to edit out so many times that I laughed. That's why during the questioning the mannequins and asking the questions were cut because I was laughing. And we shot a lot of the stuff just straight shot. There's some other stuff that I haven't put in and may use for like a B-side stuff, because why not? It's in good fun. And well, you know what? I did dox Captain AIDS, but I also doxed Captain AIDS at the end. So, you know. Fucking hey, dude. I'm okay. What I want to do is I'm going to take and put together maybe I'll take the unedited footage and just transition it together and make sure obviously there's no I don't know, there's nothing that will give away any kind of personal information or anything. That way I'll drop the unedited footage. Oh, AG. No. It wasn't my idea. I just filmed it. You guys looking... No, well, sort of. We were looking for the cure. He was looking for the cure and the AIDS pills. He wanted to get his AIDS pills. And, well, Apparently, he's going to use one of the dumpsters as his new ship since it's been lost or stolen while he was stuck on the internet. But yeah, so I'll be dropping more footage from that soon, and we'll edit some. I'll drop some unedited stuff out there for you guys. Moving on. Let me get into article so it doesn't look stupid. This is from ProJared. This was released. AG used his white supremacist privilege to force me to do this. Dick. Moving on to ProJared. He released a statement after the fact of a week later after all the shit hit the fan and all that stuff. Okay. Here's the statement. I'm deeply sorry to anyone who has seen the accusations, vitriol, or unwanted photos that my former partner, Heidi, and others have been posting online since last Wednesday. Truth is that Heidi and my marriage has been in a bad place for some time. I never wanted any of those details to come to public for both Heidi and my mental well-being. But they have, and the accusations being made now must be addressed. A few years ago, Heidi asked me if we could be in an open, polyamorous marriage. I recognize that this request and my willingness to go along with it was an unhealthy attempt to solve deeper issues that had developed within our marriage. Heidi has taken several casual partners and has been in a more serious relationship with another partner since 2017. Whether done to make her own actions feel justified or because she genuinely believed it would help me build self-esteem, Heidi suggested I also engage with other women. Heidi encouraged me to tell Holly that I was developing feelings for her, but when I did, things changed with Heidi. She became angry, vindictive, and did not want me to see or speak with Holly anymore. She called me a cheater and claimed that I was destroying our marriage because of my quote-unquote affair. Even though she continued to have other relationships with other partners, I never wanted to destroy our marriage, and I spent months after that doing what I could to repair it through couples therapy and extensive individual therapy. To those close to me have witnessed Heidi's behavior towards me on many occasions and have begged me to leave for some time. I was many things during this time, including embarrassed, scared, and broken, but I was never the abuser. I made several attempts to leave starting in October 2018, but each time she refused to let it happen, threatening to destroy my career and to harm others if I left. Despite all of this, I tried to end things amicably. I helped Heidi find a new place to live and paid the initial deposits. I bought her a car to facilitate her independence. I formally filed for divorce on May 13th, so apparently they probably went through mediation or something before that because I was off on that part, and have instructed my attorneys to make sure she receives her fair share of what I earned while we were together. I genuinely never wanted any of this to happen, but I finally realized that I have no other choice. Even though I've been tempted to put this information out online that shows my side of the story, I don't want to further stoke the flames of what should be a private matter between us. My hope is that both of us continue to pursue therapy and come out of this unfortunate situation better people. But I want everyone to know that any other interactions I may have had with any other women were known to and encouraged by Heidi and were had with only the purest and lawful intentions. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, sad, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. He comes out with a statement after Heidi drops all her shit. Well, I mean, whether Holly was in I don't know if Holly was in an open relationship or whatever. I don't know if I heard she was married. That's on her if she decided to take up the offer of the relationship between him, right? Heidi, of course, goes on a massive tirade on Twitter because she can't just put out a common goal or common statement. She wants to basically spread it the fuck out. That way it's not as easily attainable. I'm trying to find, before we dive into this, there was actually, nope, it's going to be before that. There was actually a tweet. Now, she has gained, she was at I think in the 60s, 60,000 followers on here when we last looked at this situation. However, when did this statement come out? Let me make sure I got it right. Okay, 6:22 p.m. Sorry. Now she's talking about her brands and all that shit and stuff. Of course, now that she has a following, she's going to, she wants people to support her on Ko-fi. And here we go. During my relationship, I was a smaller content creator married to a much more successful creator, and it affected the way I saw myself. I felt unworthy of the same support opportunities he got. I figured people only saw me as Jared's wife instead of an independent artist. Among his YouTube friends, many people did see me as the wife, but not everyone. A few people saw past that and acknowledged. When was this? Oh, fuck it. I don't give a shit about that. That's you just crying. Let's see. I want to look for timestamps because at the time of the statement coming out, she starts going fucking batshit. Here we go. Well, I've already seen screenshots of Jared's list statement. Just count the number of times he says Heidi compared to addressing his actions. I'm shocked that he's even still trying. This is full of misdirection and lies. He says he only acted with my approval, and this is nothing short of bullshit. It's legitimately insane. I told him under no certain terms that I was not comfortable with polyamory after he proved that he could not be transparent with me. Countless people can corroborate this. So listening to that statement probably brought it up. It's true that I knew from the start that he and Holly were interested in each other. I called them out January 2018. I said, address this because I'm not blind and I'm not an idiot. I wasn't comfortable with it. I was just very, very hard to accept my husband. Holly is the only reason our open relationship didn't work. There you go. There you go. Why? It's an open relationship. You knew who she was, and you were just mad that she was the one that he chose because she told Jared that that she only had feelings for him despite being married at the time. My response was, holy shit, absolutely not. If Jared wants to keep any of this private, he's welcome to stop gaslighting me and shifting blame for everything he has absolutely unequivocally done because there's evidence far and wide. His statement admits he was with Folly. Well, she had me blocked and was vague tweeting vitriol about me for months. So which part of that was I aware of and approving of, Jared? You just admitted you were aware and approving of it, you idiot. Even with Holly out of the equation, I was completely unaware of him having sexual interaction with fans after late 2017. And the reason I thought it ended then was because I demanded he end it. But if she was still out taking and acting on the situation, wouldn't that mean that she should end it too? And then we have people she retweeted who were basically sucking up to her. I literally couldn't move out without him paying for these things because he had financial control over me for years. Him earning more money isn't financial control over you. You get that, right? That's not financial control. That's just he's more valuable. He's more viable. He's actually out there trying to make money instead of having nervous breakdowns. He encouraged me to be dependent on him. Now wants accolades for caring for my basic needs. That's not generosity. I'm entitled to 50% of our shared wealth. Now, here it comes. He promised me a life together, betrayed that plan, and now is like, well, I paid her deposit and she's not homeless. The level of entitlement here is insane. However, he did state that he is willing to give you your fair share. Do you just pick and choose things you read? I know you're a woman and you probably shouldn't be allowed to vote, but still, are you that stupid? It's amazing that I haven't shown proof. I don't need to. The internet did it for me. But he still claims the allegations are all from me. I think that really shows his mental state. Actually, he didn't. In that statement, he says, Heidi and others. She's one of these people. She's trying to twist people's feelings. Is he a scumbag? Yes, he's a fucking scumbag. If these people that claim they were 16 or 17 at the time and he sent them nudes, he's a fucking scumbag. Now, if they started sharing nudes with him and he sent them in return and didn't know they were 16 at the time, that's on them. But I'm not defending the guy because I don't give a fuck. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy of everyone in this community jumping down a dude's ass and others because of another Me Too situation. This is a Me Too situation. This is, I'm a victim here, but then it comes out that I was in a polyamorous relationship, but he cheated. But you're in an open relationship. How is he cheating? So what? He got feelings for someone else. Then get fucking divorced then. You realize that, right? Jared has always used his money to quiet me down. If I was upset, if I was upset, it was go get yourself something nice and never let's talk about it. Who gives a fuck? I fought hard to keep the relationship because I wanted those virtues. He couldn't give them to me. At this point, I'll take the money. See, it's all about money with you. And for the record, I was his girlfriend before he received his first YouTube dollar. I don't give a fuck. You could be his girlfriend sucking his dick, fucking eating his butthole. Doesn't mean you're entitled to it. It doesn't mean shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she said they were in polyamorous, and he made statements that she was out with other people as well. So you think she's going to jump on the bandwagon saying, yeah, that's true? No, because that paints her in a bad light. And all she's trying to do here is win. She's trying to win. And for the record, I was a girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I stayed by his side as he rose there, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Here's her admitting again, polyamory requires transparency and consent. In other words, it's just good old-fashioned cheating. So then what about the claims that you kept going after you told him he couldn't? Jared's statement insists he wants privacy while wanting tons of details solely to blame me for everything he did after I had stopped talking about it already. But you talked about it for a week. I'm really, really lucky I got away. This is what I lived with privately with no support. If you read my tweets from earlier today and the past week, I've been clearly refocusing. I want to leave this and him behind. I'm trying to make my art and build a future. I'm floored that he wants to sling more shit this late this week. So basically because he didn't do the shit flinging right away, because he didn't spend the time, you know? Okay, ProJared, stop tweeting about it and I'll keep following your lead. Act like you want privacy, but you keep talking about it and you don't put out one clarification. He tweeted about it once. Here's the gap. I want you guys to see this. May 8th, he posted it. May 10th, he said, I won't be able to make it to the descent this year, but I hope everyone attending has a great time. And then he posted this. He's talked about it twice. This is where you just keep seeing the shade of this woman. You keep seeing it. I literally warned him. Others will be hurt. Oh. She did. So here's her admitting again, as I showed, that she said something. I literally warned him. Others will be hurt by knowledge of your adultery, your fans and your friends who unwittingly enabled it. He ignored me and acted like I was threatening him. Maybe it was taken as a threat. Accountability is a threat to him. Okay, here's where it gets super duper fucking, I don't know, what do you call it? Victimhood. I want to see if you guys can see this. Yeah, you can. My therapist reminded me how survivors often feel the need to defend and protect themselves. It's a trauma response. Not responding needs to be part of my healing. I'm working on it. Thank you for all the support. That's right. Not only she deleted it. Fuck, dude. I want to see this. She deleted. Keemstar had said something to her. And, well, this motherfucker tweets too much. I gotta get to it. He tweeted something to her, and she got all butthurt and out of shape. And, I mean, he's right. What are you doing there? Okay, here we go. Okay, so he said, can you stop making your side events in 150 tweets and make a video like a normal person so people can actually understand your point of view? No one is going to read 150 tweets or understand you. That's fine, Keemstar. I'm not going to give you this story, she responded to him. And she had these retweeted before. Okay, well, ProJared makes one statement, easy to understand and follow, so I'll just read his. Good luck with your 150 tweets all over the place. Clearly, their relationship had a communication problem. Holy shit. Actually, that's actually not a bad take on it. That's not a bad take on it, because she'd come up to Jared and be like, hey, I don't really like you're doing this. Okay, what can I do? She'll leave 10 minutes later because it's like this and this and this. And then she'll leave. And then she'll come back. It's clearly that there probably was a communication error. If she can't write it all out in one tweet or one situation and explain herself, and she just spreads everything out. She wants to make the narrative harder to follow because it's so spread out. She replied to Keemstar saying, I decide who to believe based on who makes it easy for me. And he's like, journalism 101. And of course, anything she's responding to. The internet has, hold on, no. When I cover the story on Drama Alert, I'm not reading 150 tweets. If I do, people will click off the video. I speak the truth, and I don't care about anyone's feelings because of it. Yeah, it's clear Heidi was dishonest with us. There's no truth. She's already blaming her fans for leaking the info to shift the blame. She admits herself to know about the affair for 3 years. She admits herself to wanting ProJared to do at least some of his degenerate activity, and said she was positive. She thought it was positive red flags. May 10th, Heidi, ProJared cheated on me with Holly. ProJared life destroyed. May 17th, Heidi, we were in a poly relationship, but he still cheated. Sorry, but this girl lied to all of us. Fucking A, dude. You can still cheat in a poly relationship, depending on the roles the relationship agrees to. Like one role, most of the time I've seen letting their partner know who and when they're hooking up with someone. Yes, but ask yourself, why didn't she say she was in a poly on May 10th? And ProJared says open relationship. And clearly, Jared came to her explaining that Holly was developing feelings for him. So at some point, Holly must have been approved. Don't let people lie to you. Also, just because you are calling Heidi out for not being honest with us doesn't mean you're sticking up for ProJared allegedly sending news to underage fans. Exactly. That is my take on the ProJared shit. She's manipulative. She's playing the game. She is, let's take a look at her Twitter. I mean, her Twitter. Well, we already know her Twitter. Let's look at her Twitch. I think she was sitting at, how many was she sitting at? Like 6,000? 5,000? Some followers? Well, she's boosted her followers. Now are up to 9,000 essentially with zero content. With no clips, no videos, no nothing. Nothing. So she's piggybacking off of this, and now she's actually using it to play on people's heartstrings, guys. Because, you know, the one thing you should do at the end of a situation is to start essentially a GoFundMe. Start a GoFundMe for a person. Buy me a coffee. No. You're not buying them a coffee. You're giving them money. Don't play the game. And look, there's no responses, no like anything. She is fucking, I guarantee you she's made a fuck ton of money off this. It is $3. $3 per, what's it called? So, don't trust it. She's manipulative. She's playing on everyone, trying to build a following, get money, and everything else. So, Jared's a scumbag. She's an idiot. She knew he was going to cheat. Well, not going to cheat. She gave him the approval to be able to cheat. So, well, I mean, maybe don't start or suggest a poly relationship if you can't deal with a poly relationship. Okay? You get that, right? You wanted the poly relationship. Why? Because you wanted some dick from somewhere else. We all can put it together. She's the one who suggested it. And she openly admits to suggesting it. So why would someone in a relationship suggest a polyamorous relationship? Well, because she wanted dick. Because she was talking to someone else. Because she thought it would be a good call and an easy way for her to get said dick. And now, just remember this quote, guys. My therapist reminded me how survivors often feel the need to defend and protect themselves. My therapist is calling me a victim. So I am a victim, guys. I'm a fucking victim. And you know what we did? And everyone on the internet covering it. I think I was a little more fair with my coverage if you go back. Let's see. Oh. Let's see ProJared. Let's see how much this guy has been destroyed by the internet. Massively. Massively. Yes, is he scum for what he did and everything else? As long as it comes out that it's true, then he deserves what he gets. The user was created in 2006. They were together for 5 years, married, and were they together 8 years before that? Because she's like, I was there when he wasn't making any money. But the channel was created in 2006. Were you there? But anyways, proving that, it is what it is. But the dude has lost 200,000 subscribers, almost 300,000. So I think you got your little kick out of it there. And everyone's piggybacking on him and talking about him and, saying the shit he's done. Like this shit. Look at this. Oh, she has a YouTube channel now, apparently. She has a YouTube channel, and look at that spike. It's convenient that on the day that all the shit happens, all the shit happens in all of her tweets. You can see where her tweets level off, because her tweets start leveling off right around here, and you can see a decline in massive amounts of subscriber. Her subscriber count has tripled. Her subscriber count has tripled since this. Her YouTube following, her Twitter following has gone massively up. Yeah, she's she created it in 2011. I'm going to guess that's when they started. I'm going to guess they started dating, or right around then when, he suggested she start a channel as well. Let's see. She's not as hot as she appears. She's actually pretty fucking bland. And her OBS layout is just fucking horrible. Horrible. There's a lot of makeup going on to fucking get this. And look at this. 9 months ago, it's the last time she uploaded. Come on.
Working on cosplay photo set stuff, which I just posted about earlier. So if you missed that, you should check it out. It's on.
Yeah, boring as fuck. Anyways, but yeah, guys. So Heidi knew, Heidi lied, Heidi pulled the wool all over your eyes. Oof. Well, go ahead and throw a like on your way out, guys. Like me. And then I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of AfterNoonWave. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Make sure you go check out Blues Dolls. Check out Revenge of the Sis. And definitely throw a like on the stream and a like on the Captain AIDS video. That way we know if you guys are enjoying it or not, and that way we can, continue making this fun content. See you guys soon.